Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm exceptionally pleased about to bring you another Berny. This is the AM053VM. I had to double check. The numbers were a bit longer than some. You'll see this watch is very quirky. I'm going to use that a lot because it is. I wanted to get it in. I wanted to have a look at it. And it's supposed to be compass inspired. I think it looks a bit like a crystal ball or a spaceship. You can decide. But there's a lot going on here. There's a few different color variations to choose from. It's got a sapphire sandwich. The problem is, it's built like a tank. It isn't small. All polished. It's got a Miyota 8215 inside. Reasonably priced. I'm sure the price is going to be better in sales and stuff. But if you're looking for a statement piece on your wrist that looks well made, this could be for you. It's like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. I don't see these selling like hotcakes, but it could be one that you've been looking for. It's a bit different, and we like different. We don't like the same watches, same homages. Something a little bit different is always appreciated. So Bernie, I've offered this for you. So we're going to go through the video together. If you like the watch, there's an affiliate link in the description. But get yourself a nice brew, chill out, take it easy, because it's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. Like I said in my intro, best described as quirky. So this is the packaging you've seen in my watch haul video, the usual sort of packaging you get from Berny. You'll see I've left it on the leather strap. It also comes on a rubber hang tag, instruction manual and stuff inside. Let me just put all this out of the way. Comes on a nice cushion, nice and soft. And here, like before, is the watch. You'll see it is quite reflective. It could be more reflective if it wasn't for the fact that they have put AR coating on there, because it is so domed. It's kind of inevitable, but we're going to try and run through this. You'll see the lights getting a little bit crazy. I do apologize. But yeah, so this is the AM053VM. Inside the watch, it's running a Miyota 8215 movement. I'll bring some information up about that movement now. This one's good in the sense that it hacks. They do non-hacking versions of this, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like non-hacking movements. I know some don't mind them. They're just not for me, really. I don't like the fact that you can't set it so accurately, but I know there's more important things in life. But yeah, so 21 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, about a 40-hour power reserve, and yeah, it's doing well for itself. I prefer the 4K series, which is like the Miyota 90s and 9000 series of movements. They're great. But yeah, this one's doing okay. This one's running about 4 seconds faster a day. And like I say, for what you're getting, I think it's doing well for itself. So that's the Miyota 8215. There's a few different color variations to choose from. I'll just pop them up now so you can have a good look at what's more in keeping with your taste. A few colors, like I said, few different ways, the way it looks and stuff. So yeah, I'm sure you'll make an informed decision for which one's for you if you like it. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal on the front and back and the strap, is all 316L stainless steel and all high polish. So you got all high polish throughout. It's the bezel, crown, case, pin buckle clasp, and outer part of the exhibition case back, all 316L stainless steel and all polished. No brush surfaces to be seen. So the case thickness of this watch is 17.2 millimeters. The case diameter, I'm going to measure from 8 to the 2. It was coming in at 44.1 millimeters. And when you go from the 9 to the 3, including the crown, it was coming at 47.3 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20, and the lug to lug tip to tip of the watch was coming at 51.1 millimeters. So not as long as I was expecting, but definitely bigger than I thought. And I don't think I've had a thicker watch in just over 70 mil thick. So yeah, quite substantial there, guys. I'm sure would agree. The case back on this is screwed down, and it has got the Miyota 8215 movement inside, which I spoke about a moment ago. It's got a sapphire on the back, so that's going to give us a particular sandwich that I'll talk about in a moment. But yeah, all screwed down with all the information that we're going to run through in just a moment. Bezel was a fixed polished bezel I mentioned already. Push-pull crown at the 3 o'clock position. Like I said, this one's a leather strap, quite comfortable. Quick release. It's got a quick release on this and on the rubber strap, which is nice to see. Both super comfortable. Have no issues at all. The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire, but before we get to that, both have got the same clasp in terms of pin buckle, high polished with Berny and scripted on there. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this crystal. So it's a sapphire crystal, and like I said in the intro as well, it's like a crystal ball, isn't it? I feel like I should start putting my hands over it and start predicting your future. But yeah, it's very substantial in terms of the sapphire crystal. So yeah, sapphire. The water resistance you probably made out on the case back is 50 meters. So that'll give you 5 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear in the top right. So it weighs pretty much the same on both straps. So it's 89.3 grams. I'm sure you're not surprised by the fact that it's got a reasonable amount of heft on it, given it's quite a big boy in it. So yeah, that's the weight. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So I don't know how you'd really describe the dial itself. So there's no minute track on the outer edge. You've got numerals. They are sloped inwards. They appear to be sort of what I can describe. It seems like there's a donut on the outside because it's domed, and then you've got the inside 1 through to 12. On the inside of what I would say is the donut, you got the minute track. So then you've got the influence of 5, 10, but you've also got markings for every hour or minute. You got Berny printed on just below the 60 or the 12 o'clock position. You got the date position just above the numeral the 6. So in terms of that, it doesn't mess up the symmetry, which is nice to see. It has got white with black. Possibly would have been better with black with white, but the way it looks, it doesn't stand out too much. So for me, it's not like a huge deal breaker. I know there's times that I do really go on about that, but with this, it doesn't look too bad. Not too much of an eyesore. I can live with it, to be honest. Inside that, like I said, what you have then, for me, they're calling it like a compass. For me, it looks more like a tire, like a wheel on your car. You see it just turning around. You got the sort of red inside that. You got the arrow on the end of one of them that's telling you where the seconds are, so you can set the time and stuff. You got the red hand for the hour. You got the white for the minute, which I'll show you in just a few moments. Like I said, the proportions of the hands, because they're using a subdial inside that, what I'm calling a donut, they reach out to where you'd expect them to. I've never seen anything like this in my life, guys, I'll be honest, in terms of the way it's set out, the way the numerals are and stuff, and the way the dial is in general, which is a massive part of why I wanted to feature it, just because it's different. And like I said, it's quirky. I think it's a very quirky piece. On top of that, you're now wondering, so has it got loom on it? Well, I'll bring the loom up now. So the loom did surprise me. It does look pretty cool. I would like to have seen it maybe applied better in terms of the seconds and stuff, because that would look pretty cool. But yeah, it has got loom. It does last for a reasonable amount of time. I would say it's good loom. I wouldn't say it's outstanding, but for the price, you're very seldom going to get outstanding loom. But yeah, it does last and last and last, which is kind of all you can ask for on the loom. So yeah, there you are. That's the loom. Like I said a moment ago, I'll see if I can take the crown out. Yeah, I can. So yeah, I can take it out with my gloves on. So you'll see I'm going to scroll through and we're going to find out together where that is bang on in terms of it turning over the date, which is good. And like I said, you can change the time. I'll put it back to sort of where in the morning that would be now. And then, like I say, put the crown back in, it will start back up again. You take it out, not to the second position. If we take it out to the first position, you'll see you can scroll through the date now and set it to the date you want. Like I said, I do apologize how reflective it is, guys. It's because of the nature of the crystal. I dare say they put a reasonable amount of AR coating on there, but when the crystal's this domed, it's always going to be quite reflective. It's just the way it is. But that's the hands, indices, dial, loom, movement. Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist for your reference. This is on the leather strap in studio conditions. You'll also have seen it on this strap and on the rubber during the intro. So yeah, do have a look at those. But I think it's a real statement piece. You'll see it sits quite high on my wrist because it's quite thick, isn't it? It's not a small watch, nor is it claiming to be. But yeah, statement piece, unusual, quirky, all those superlatives you can throw at it. What do you think? Okay, so guys and girls, that would now take me on to what I think is pants and pucker about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I do like to go on high with puckers. What I think is pants about the watch, it's not going to be perfect, is it? And there's a few things to mention. I'm going to go with the size. I would like to have seen this watch possibly no more than 42 mil. I would definitely like to have seen the proportions smaller, lug to lug smaller, and as well as the size, it sort of goes hand in hand. But the thickness, this being 17 mil, is going to put a lot of people off. Yeah, it's one of those where, yeah, it's too thick, isn't it? Let's be honest. The legibility, I do say, because of the way the hands and stuff are done, I like its quirkiness and stuff, but it does make it quite difficult at times to tell the time. Or at least I found that to be the case when wearing it, and also the polishing. I don't want all these polished surfaces. I'm not a massive fan. I like a bit of polishing, but not all polishing. It's nice to have some brush surfaces, in my opinion. So they're the four things I'm going to mention. I'm going to go with the size, thickness, legibility, and the polishing. What I think is Pukka is I like the crystal. I don't know if I've had such a pronounced bit of crystal, especially sapphire on my watch before. So that was interesting. I'll go with the sapphire sandwich. The fact you got a sapphire crystal gives us that sapphire sarnie. I like the hands. I know what I said a moment of legibility, but I like the fact it's different. I'm always there for a bit of different, to be honest. It's very difficult in the 2024 for something to be original, but I think they look pretty cool. The loom, yeah, the loom's cool. Yeah, this would be defined as a quirky sports watch, wouldn't it? And yeah, the loom is good. The movement, like a lot of people don't like Miyota. They make exceptional movements, and when they hack, I'm there for it. The straps, the fact you've given you a leather and a rubber, hopefully they'll do the same generally. Yeah, that's cool. Both got quick release as well, so it makes it easier to change out. And the quirkiness, like I said, I haven't seen anything like this. I'm going to get comments saying, yes, this is homage on this. Well, I haven't seen it. And like I said, as quirky as you like. So they're the things I'm going to mention. I'm going to go with the crystal, the sapphire sandwich, hands, loom, movement, straps, and the quirkiness of the watch. And that'll take me on to, would I recommend this watch? Well, guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to sit on the fence a little bit. It's good. It's quirky, but it's not without its faults. I don't know, like I said, that this is going to sell a lot of hotcakes, but I think it's okay. It's going to be one of those ones that's a bit like Marmite. You're either going to love it or hate it. I would say, although saying that, I don't love or hate it. I'm a bit in the middle, really. So maybe that's not the right analogy. But yeah, I think it's okay. It's an okay watch. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, more importantly, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as I always say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.